So now I'm going to talk about a state within a state. On the screen is a visual that may help with perspective. This in the blue box is Texas. Inside Texas are various green dots, which are the lands of Texas ceded to the federal government. These lands are called, according to the contract between Texas and the United States, the state of Texas. Think of an entire land mass of Texas. Now think of all the federal areas inside Texas, such as military reservations, the federal banks, the parks and wildlife, and other places. Now understand that we must distinguish these federal areas from the rest of Texas. So we call these small areas state of Texas. And there is a contract between Texas and the federal government stating these land areas are for defense purposes only. But how will these areas be ran? There must be an agreement between the areas known as Texas and the new areas called State of Texas. These new areas formed a contract called the Constitution for the State of Texas. Texas agreed to the stipulations in the Constitution for the State of Texas, and the federal government ratified the Constitution for the State of Texas. There was now Texas and State of Texas, a state within a state. Though the Constitution states within the state of Texas there cannot be another state or a third-party lease because Texas did not agree to it and the Constitution forbids it. This is another clue to how we know that Texas is not part of the federal government, but only those lands inside of it, ceded to the federal government, are under federal government control. In another video, I'll explain why Texas can secede from the Union, but the state of Texas cannot. I promised you sources, and here is the best source available that explains what I'm telling you, but in much more detail. Consider this video a sort of primer. These books have been retyped and posted to the internet. I have an original of part 2 with the footnotes, but these books are available in law libraries all over the country. You can find the reprinted version on the internet. I've made this video as short as possible so that it's easy for you to understand the difference between what a state of is and the state is. And just to summarize, the state of Texas, for example, are those federal areas within the boundary of Texas, all the Texas lands. There's congressional reports where Texas has tried to sue the federal government because it was expanding the areas for itself, and Texas didn't appreciate the federal government doing that, and so they sued them. But the problem was that they sued them in the courts belonging to the United States, i.e. the federal government. And of course, when you are judging your own case, you're going to side in your favor. So who or where are the states supposed to go to sue the federal government for invasions? Or what remedy is there for the states and the people in the states when the federal government just decides to arbitrarily increase its power and its jurisdiction and its land, and the only place you can go to get remedy is in their courts, which of course you're never going to get it there. So if you still are not understanding what the state of Texas is versus Texas, just go back and listen to the first part of this video. It's now total 7 minutes and 58 seconds, including this ending. So go back and listen to that if you're still unsure. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments section and I'll try to answer any questions you have. I'll post some links in the description. And you guys have a nice day and stay free.